Okay, welcome to the Commissioner meeting on April 4th. Scott, we'll start with you and we'll go around and introduce ourselves so everybody knows who we are.
I am Scott Cromwell, Slate Architecture in Helena, Montana.
Deb Coverdell, EMS Medias.
Sam Carlson, Commissioner.
Dick Snellman, Commissioner.
Joe Dellwo, Commissioner.
Aaron Kinstinger with Stahly Engineering.
Paula Jaconetty, Clerk and Recorder.
Melody Markinson, Choteau, Canada.
Thanks and welcome to the meeting. We have the minutes from March 7th.
I would move to approve those minutes.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have 2 road encroachments. One road encroachment's it's south of 20th Road Northwest, but it's on 5th Lane Northwest, and it's for fiber optic with 3 rivers, and it's been signed.
I would move to approve that.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And the next road encroachment is for Seth Hodgkiss. It's on 731 19th Road Northwest. It's a culvert access, and it's been signed.
I'll move to approve that.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is that a culvert on an approach? Or is
It's
it,
for an approach to a new house.
Okay.
Yep, with a culvert
it's a culvert
required.
approach
Yep.
with a culvert?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks.
You want the size?
No.
Okay. All right. We have a fire fee appointment from the Dutton area, and that's for Jeff Horick.
Okay.
I would move to appoint Jeff.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Fire fee appointment of Jeff Horick. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'm going to jump over. We have election audit committee. So come from the election office, and the post-election audit committee recommendations are Tom Rogers from Precinct 1, Paul Dreyer from Precinct 1, Lori Rasmussen, Precinct 1, Steve Doyagles from Precinct 1, Judy Burbick from Precinct 6, Cody Marnie from Precinct 1, Jean Dale from Precinct 1, Sherry Furinger from Precinct 17, and then there's 2 alternates, Ron Osberg from Precinct 6 and Kelly DeBrooker from Precinct 7. What's your...
I would move to appoint those people to the
I'll
committee.
second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Mel, would you like a copy of that?
No, I think I got them all.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep. We had advertised for a fence to replace one that's has some issues at the ambulance barn in Fairfield. And we advertised for it. I don't know if you want to read it. And
So it's for chain link fence at the ambulance barn with privacy slats and a 4-foot gate. And the bid is $13,320 from Rocky Mountain Landscape and Fence in Idaho. Is it Iona, Idaho?
mhm.
Hey, Joe, can you repeat the price, please?
$13,320.
Thank you.
And that's the only bid that we had received, and it appears that for 140 feet, that's a little overkill. for-
Yeah.
There's more than 140 feet. There's two different sections.
Is that what it says on there?
It's like 200 and some feet, or
Yeah.
close to 300 feet.
310.
300, okay,
Okay.
yeah, because it goes, but still, that's quite a lot for
Yeah.
what that is.
I would move not to accept the bid.
I'll second it.
Okay. And what's the status on that? Once we've advertised it, do we need to re-advertise it, or can we just take bids from local contractors?
Oh,
We're
looking at
asking you, yeah.
Oh,
I think we
gosh,
can just-
we're allowed to go out and seek
Contract.
Okay.
contract.
Without re-advertising
Without
it?
re-advertising.
Okay.
All right, let's do that then.
99.9%.
We'd rather keep it local anyway if we
Well,
can.
sure,
so.
we can.
So it's been moved and seconded not to accept the bid that we've received, and then we'll go out for contracts or contractors here.
I think we need to vote.
Yeah. You want them separate?
No,
Oh, okay. That's why I was just
Okay.
saying that we'd go out to,
This does not stop you from putting another ad in.
right, right.
no.
So it's been moved and seconded not to accept, and we will, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Aye.
Am I allowed to ask a question?
Sure.
Who is the we that's gonna go out and search for the contractor? Is that something I can do?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can if you like, yeah.
Yep, just contact a few of them and see what they think it'll be, and we'll meet with you and we'll come up with a plan.
Thank you.
They would still have to submit
Right.
something to us.
Right,
And we'd have to do it at a meeting, but,
Yeah, and it's important if you can to reach out to all the fence companies in Teton.
because there's a few, I think Chad Peoples is in Choteau, and, because he did the car graveyard for us,
Yeah.
so there
If you go into the business licenses and the section.
yeah, there are a few people around that
must be a few around Fairfield as well,
specialize
I
in
would
that
expect.
stuff.
There are.
And
I
then
think there's a kid around Fairfield building the fences, isn't there?
surplus equipment, we received 2 bids for, this one's for belly dump, I think that one's for the belly dump also. It's the only 2 we've received so far.
This is from Greg Alzheimer. It says, I wish to bid on the 20-yard tandem axle belly dump trailer. My bid is $5,256.
20-yard tandem axle.
Belly dump gravel trailer.
Thanks.
How much was that, 5,000 what?
52.56. We thought we'd do these because they're a little simpler
Simpler.
than
Yeah.
I think the building's
Yeah.
gonna be. Judging from the size of the boxes, I think it's gonna be more complicated than these. The second bid is from Jim Bama, and it is for the belly dump, and it's $6,666.
Okay.
So with that, I would move to accept the high bid.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the high bid, and that came from Jim Bama for $66.66. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
You will, guys will let them know.
Yep.
Right now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one. We'll take a little perusing here. There's 4 bids. And Guy Tobacco in Great Falls. Diamond Construction in Helena. I'll have to open that one to give you the name. And the other, Dick Anderson Construction in Great Falls. So we'll start with the first one that we received on 3/19/24 at 12:42. My. They were. Good strapping tape. There's the deal you were looking for. This is from TCS Northwestern in Hall, Montana. Has their contractor's registration number. Do you want that on your sheet?
Yeah, it'll be, they should have answered the questions kind of in order, and so as you go through and pick those off. There should be enough for everybody to go through.
Pass that down to those guys.
You sure?
There should be enough.
So how do you wanna read them off, or do you want me to read them off to you. You know exactly which questions you're filling in here,
Yeah, so I think the best way is to just take the time and go through them.
okay?
And then as you have your check sheet, your 1 to 5 on here, just kind of, as you go through, you from it, give them a score from 1 to 5 on each of those questions. Those questions are also on the checklist, but also looks like they have followed the question content as they've gone through it. And then so at the end of our time together, end of the day, we'll tally up everything. I brought my computer, we can just load everything into the computer and do that. And then at that point, we'll decide if we want to interview all 4 contractors. I'm suggesting we do it in 2 weeks when we reconvene again, or we could go a month from now. That's up to you.
Okay.
And then from there, we'll select. And so keep your, we'll have all the comments, any comments that you write, your numbering, scoring sheet, we'll keep all that as record as we move forward, in case somebody doesn't make the cut. We've got that, or if you decide just to interview 2 clerks, it's completely up to you. And you may find you just want to interview 1. I think they're all qualified contractors. We've not worked with one of them, but we've worked with the other 3. So, and they're all good contractors.
Well, I have a couple other scoring sheets.
Yep. Actually, just give you. I'll use the ones I've got. So it depends how you would like to do it. If we just want to do one at a time, just take the time and go through them now, or take them at your leisure. It's up to you.
Well, I think we should go through as much as we can.
Sure.
Not to take up a tremendous amount of time, because we're gonna have to take it into advisement.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're all gonna be a
Yeah.
lot different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking you if you wanted to read off from the sheet that you prepared as far as the engineering part of it.
Sure. Yeah, and it's really just walking through each of
Yeah.
those questions and your own, because we're relying on you to make comments 1 through 5 and marks, what your preference is. And I'm here to just help you distinguish what those questions may be.
Yeah.
Questions
Okay.
that you have.
I mean, I'm sure that at this meeting, we're not gonna read them all. I mean,
No.
the
Yeah,
whole
it's good just to
thing.
cruise. What I do is I just cruise them all first to make sure they answered all the questions. There's not any reason to throw them out. And then from there, we can spend a little bit more time going through them. If you want to take the next couple of days, you can do it, and then just let Aaron and I know what you end up for numbers.
Okay.
We can put that in, so.
I didn't see on this first one we're looking at if it was a bid on the whole building or just on the initial first phase.
Yeah, and so we're not bidding the building yet.
You didn't open those yet, did you?
Yeah.
Why? It's number 8, Dick.
We're done.
You're not done. You have another one right there.
Yeah.
You told me yesterday you weren't opening.
I don't know. But we didn't receive it, so it doesn't matter.
And I can go double check the ad and make sure it's set.
Yeah.
Because there is a dollar amount, but I didn't see where it said if it was a single, or the first phase, or for the whole
Yeah.
project.
And so how this works is we'll go through, and what we asked them on this particular submittal is to how they approach the project from a financial standpoint, what their overhead costs are and all that.
Oh,
And then
okay.
from here, when we interview them, so, well, before I leave today, I wanna just get with you, I've got a standard list of interview questions I like to ask. And one of those is part of the interviews, we ask them to provide us a complete cost estimate of the project.
Oh, okay,
And
that's,
so that'll be part of it. So right now, what we're doing is we're looking for just qualifications.
So we're just making sure the contractors are up to doing the
right,
job.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's, because that's, I was looking for a total.
Yeah, and so when we
Price.
interview them, that'll be a good part of our interview, is you've got 2.4 million, how are they gonna make that work?
Right, okay, yeah.
Okay,
Which
that
is
makes
the beauty
sense.
of this process.
That makes a lot of sense. I was confused.
Well, I
as to
think
whether
that we should just do that in 2 weeks. That would give us enough time to
Sure.
let them know and go through
Yeah,
it.
we can look through these and,
Yep.
yeah.
I think
Okay.
by the time we're done today, as a group, we'll cruise through all of them, look at them, make the determination that you'd like to visit with all 4 of them, or not.
Sure.
And then that's really all we need to do, but.
Okay,
What we do select here, what we do write down does become record, so we just wanna make sure, because if there's somebody that does not make the list, we
right.
can show them why.
Why?
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, very good. Well,
Well, they've got their contractor's license.
yeah, they've got, I mean, their
they have,
recommendations are good and everything. Yeah.
They're bonded. And you said you worked with this group?
Yeah, we just finished a nice project for MDT with them in Phillipsburg. So they built a new snowplow building. So yeah, they did a fabulous job.
But at this point, it appears, unless you guys can see something different, but appears that they met
Yeah, it looks to me like they've got
all the
all
qualifications.
all the criteria here.
I'm not seeing a dollar figure.
Experience.
Yeah, but it's specifically the dollar threshold.
Yeah, that's 8.
Yeah.
We can indicate that.
Oh, so that's how one grades, is that you have to have 3 projects that were at least
Right.
2.0.
Yeah, to show that. And at that point, if there's not, you can either give that a 1 or a 0.
Okay.
It's not fair.
Okay.
There's the only one I saw.
Yeah.
So that's number one
Yeah.
on the sheet.
Yeah, it looks like they haven't, and they're a newer company, but they're a really big company. And so what that means is they're just not gonna score as high.
Oh.
So at the interview time, if you elect to interview them, we just talk to them about that. And say, you know, this is a $2.4 million project, can you handle it?
Yeah,
Yep.
So can you bond it? They can
Right.
bond it, for sure, so.
I gotcha.
Thank you.
Answering my questions.
and their bonding recommendations is A+ or excellent. I don't see any glaring omissions, do you?
I don't either. You know, we've got everything that's required. Just, yeah, the only concern there is if they don't have, three projects at that $2.5 million mark.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
So that's one kind of low check mark for them.
Mm-hmm.
But they did have the bonding letter.
Yeah,
And
it
then,
looks to me
the
like,
ones that they had completed before,
Yep.
Hall, or Phillipsburg and,
no, it looks to me like they probably got everything they needed.
it appears that we can accept their information.
Mm-hmm.
Dick, make
Yes.
sure that Scott is
Yeah.
done with the,
Yeah.
yeah, with the thumb drive. Whomever needs it.
Which one of you gentlemen wants the thumb drive?
You want to take it, your system at that one.
Okay.
So, just to be clear, I'll post all the PDF files to that link that I forwarded prior. I'll send you a new email, but
Sure.
so that you have access to the digital files.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Any questions by anybody at this point?
No, I'm good with this.
Okay, that was for TCS Northwestern.
Look better on that one.
Yeah. Didn't have so much tape to go.
Much better, yeah.
This is from Dick Anderson.
Okay.
That's it, Sam, if you,
Is there enough, Sam?
No, we're all right. I can share one with these guys.
Here, yeah, I'll, now,
Okay.
I'm not seeing a proposed number.
This fee structure's on,
23,
yep. It doesn't, it's not outlined like the other one. It's,
yeah. So I guess that's where the interview with them comes in, to be.
Yep.
That their experience shows through.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They've even built an EMS building before, so.
Right.
Yeah.
And they did a good job in Winifred,
That's what you said.
the school, so.
Mm-hmm.
did they provide a thumb drive? I didn't.
No,
No.
unless it was in the envelope.
I'm pretty sure that there wasn't.
No,
No.
no. Well, it appears that everything is
Mm-hmm.
in order with their bid, except they want to definitely go through the interview process.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you have any questions? If not,
No,
we'll
I'm good.
I'm good
accept,
with this one. Yeah.
we'll accept their information.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is Diamond Construction in Helena. And that one was received at 1:45 on the 19th.
Never heard of these guys.
Billings and Helena. Well, it appears that they have the same process. They want to make sure they're interviewed. So it looks like they have all the, unless I missed something in there, I've got most of the boxes checked. You see anything, Joe or Sam?
No,
No,
it looks to me like they got it all.
Got the system figured out.
Scott or?
Kind of got it figured out now.
They have two exceeding $2.5 million.
Yep.
They're shy of one technically.
And then getting it back, they've got. Added a couple more. Upfront treatment at 3.4, not that they're exactly what, near to what our project is, but they've got the size. There it is. Yeah, look at you.
So I would say that would accept their paperwork,
Yep.
Yeah, I think at the end we'll just,
accept them all.
You can make a motion at the end.
yeah.
The next one is from Guy Tobacco Construction. It was received at 3:25 on the 19th.
Want a hammer?
Well, I think I should be able to slide that out of there.
Liz? Liz? Right. Okay.
Looks like they've got all their I's dotted and T's crossed too.
They do, yeah. Nice proposals always.
So is there a downside to interviewing all four, Scott?
It just makes the, your selection tougher.
It's longer and tougher, yeah.
And that's the real purpose of the interview, is to just because they come on as a partner.
Yep.
And it's
Well,
just
yeah.
mostly your comfort level with them. They're all gonna do a great job. So they're all gonna be great to work with.
Sure. Okay.
You said there was one you hadn't worked with?
Yeah, the guy Tabacco, we've interviewed with them before, but they came and interviewed for the Judith Basin County Library. Had a great interview. Just ended up ultimately selecting Diamond Construction to do the job. Diamond did a great job on that too.
Okay.
So,
So out of these, is there one that stands out to you that you would recommend over the others?
I don't want to sway you.
No, well, I mean, you probably won't, but,
Yeah.
okay,
We have done a tremendous amount of work with Dick Construction.
okay.
We've done a handful of projects with Diamond. TCS Northwest, we're on our third project with them right now.
Oh, okay,
And they've probably been around, they're probably almost 30 years now in the Hall area. Came back, they had been in Oregon, had a business there, construction business, and then moved back. Michael Cleveland, who put this together, his wife is from Hall, and so they have a big ranch.
oh, I see,
And so
okay.
he's a contractor, and they've done a good job of just building a great reputation in that area.
Oh, nice.
So a couple school projects now with them, as well as that MDT project that I talked about. So, yeah, they're all great.
Well, I mean, for my own thoughts, you know, we don't know what their prices are
Right.
for the project.
Yep.
And we don't know what they're putting those numbers towards.
Right.
So I guess at this point, I would probably vote to interview them all.
Yeah, I would go for
I
that.
agree.
I mean, that's-
I'll make that motion that we interview them all.
I'll second.
Do you want to accept them first, please?
Do I want to what?
And also
Accept
accept them?
Okay, yeah, I'll move to accept these proposals and interview all four.
And I'll second.
It's been moved in second to accept the 4 bids that we've received. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then you wanna make the motion, Sam or Joe, on the interviewing?
Oh, I would move that we interview all 4 of these,
I thought Jill put that in his motion.
Yeah.
so it was all together.
Yeah,
okay,
No.
yeah. And we'll shoot for the next meeting. I'm just gonna keep the process going forward.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Are you guys available in 2 weeks to come up?
yep, we'll definitely do it.
Because I think that's pretty important for us.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it'll probably take,
He's,
we'll probably give them about an hour
he's just about there.
Okay,
to interview, or 45 minutes, 15 minutes in between. And so, how does that fit your schedule for that day?
Thursday is probably a good day for Mel, but
Do you want to?
should we just do it in the afternoon on Thursday, have a special meeting?
Say you could either start your regular meeting at 8 and still end up finishing by noon if you wanted to do that, or
sure.
do it in the afternoon. If you start at 10, you'll drive through
Through noon.
lunch hour, so I can work with you.
Okay.
Whoever.
I think we should have a regular meeting at 10, because sure as heck something will pop up that we need to do.
Right.
And then have a special meeting at 1.
Okay.
Does that work for you guys?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just, however long it takes, we'll muddle through it.
Do you have a preference on order? I put them in just alphabetically, that's how I done it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's probably
fine.
fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So April 18th at 1 PM.
Yep.
Good. Do you have any questions, Scott, or?
I do. What question would you like to ask them? And again, I can send those out to you, as a group too, as we put them together.
Do you have a standard format?
I do, there's, of course, our, what's the cost? Is gonna be the big one. We'll
Yeah.
ask them to break it down.
Okay.
We'll ask them for any value engineering suggestions or ideas based on the plans that they have, that are an idea. We always require that their project manager and their superintendent interview.
Oh,
And
okay.
the superintendents are fun, they don't do this. They're managing guys on the job site.
Not as polished.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And
Kinda like me.
they'll stutter, they'll get embarrassed, but that's all right.
Sure. Oh,
Because
yeah.
they're the guy that's gonna be on site, or gal, that's gonna
That
be
we
on
work
site.
with.
Mhm.
You'll see day in, day out,
Yep.
so
Good idea.
we
Yeah.
want them here.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, I can't think of any other, those are usually the big pieces. Sure. We always like to talk about the local economy.
Sure.
We did touch on that for local subcontractors.
Yeah, I saw every proposal included that, which was
Yeah.
nice.
And so we wanna make sure, and they're all good about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Can't think of what else, but I'll write a draft.
Okay.
Questions.
Oh, okay.
I'll send it around to everybody. Paula, I'll include you too, just so you have.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, and then let's just kick it back and forth. And
Yeah,
okay.
We'll send it out to them.
Okay.
You'll probably see that tomorrow or Monday at the latest. Just on your emails. And so-
Yeah, we're not in on Friday, so
Okay.
Monday. would be-
Monday's
Monday,
perfect.
okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Send that around.
And then do you want to reach out to Dick Anderson for digital?
I will. I'll ask them to just, I guess they could just Dropbox it to you and I. Run there. That's really for our benefit.
Correct.
Just because we work. So, okay. Good.
Any other questions?
I don't think I have any further.
I would ask them who the plan is for the metal building.
Yep, we can do that.
Do you have any more questions?
I don't, I think that, thank you guys for coming out and
Yeah,
helping us through this
Yeah.
step of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, I've got a little bit better understanding on how to look at this now.
Yeah.
So, good, thank you.
Yeah, this is, with the money that you have available, it's just a great process to bring the contractor on board.
Yeah, absolutely.
And work with them, because they can figure out, or they can work, projects with their metal building supplier, for example, and figure out what that's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
before we even go to bid.
yeah.
So
Right.
That's really helpful.
That's real nice. Yeah.
So I've got at 1 PM, Dick Anderson Construction, 2 PM, Diamond Construction, 3 PM, Guy Tobacco Construction, and 4 PM, TCS Northwest. And so we'll give them 45 minutes,
Okay.
50 minutes in between. Gives them time to switch in and out, take a health break if needed, and then we can just keep the ball rolling.
Yep.
Okay.
I would imagine they'll all want to project the TV. If they have
Okay.
a digital format, they may or may not.
Okay, yeah.
We'll let them know that this is the space we'll be in. I'll take a picture of it before I leave today, just to share it with them.
We could,
Should we go to the
we
annex?
could go over to the annex.
We have a
It's
bigger,
much
bigger room.
and a bigger
We could do that.
screen, so,
Sure.
yeah,
Okay,
that'd probably be better.
sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
For the afternoon meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll have a morning meeting here.
Yeah,
We better put that on the calendar over there too.
yeah.
April 18th. Okay, that pretty much concludes the building. And that was the ad, Sam. Paula brought in,
Yeah, I read it.
but I mean,
Yeah, it had to be to us
It
at
had
5
to be
o'clock
us.
yesterday.
I was told yesterday when I was in here around noon that they weren't gonna have it in here. I got picked that letter up about 2 o'clock, so as far as I'm concerned,
well, I called, Melody yesterday and asked her, and it was on there to.
why didn't you call me, Dick? It's my deal. I specifically asked you and you said no.
Well, but I got up from the table and I went over and I asked, or called Mel, and she said that it was
And what
on there.
time was it? Why didn't you call me?
I guess that was, I thought you were still here, but evidently not. So,
Well, the ad clearly says it has to be the commissioners by 4 o'clock yesterday, so that's,
Well, it would have been here if
But
Dick
it
would have
wasn't.
told me.
it wasn't.
I don't care. Dick told me there wasn't on
Okay,
it.
well, that's, we can't accept that bid.
Well, we can't accept the others. I'm going to public service.
Okay.
We accepted the one bid already at our public meeting.
Well,
So it's been accepted.
it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
You guys don't want to play by the rules, I won't either.
That's all we have left is public comment.
I'm writing that one
Oh,
up.
Commissioners report.
Commissioners report, you bids? I don't have anything.
I don't have anything to, no, it's not.
the only thing I have is our condolences to Joe and his family
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
for passing his father. So, any public comment?
Just to clarify, so that I make sure I understand. The advertisement that ran in the Acanta said that all bids for the surplus equipments had to be into the commissioners
Yep.
by
Right.
4 p.m.
Yep.
on Wednesday, April 3rd.
Yep.
Right.
By 4 p.m. on Wednesday, April 3rd, you have those two documents.
Yes.
Your road superintendent would have known that the ad said it must be into you by 4 p.m. on April 3rd. So if he did have a bid, he would have needed to give it to you by 4 p.m. on April 3rd, regardless of when you took action.
Yep.
Because
Right.
the bid, the requirements for the bid said
4
into the
o'clock.
commissioners, 4 o'clock,
Yep.
regardless of when you took action.
Yeah.
That's the controlling
Mhm.
issue.
Yep.
Yep.
You
Yep.
did not have that bid in your hands by 4 o'clock on April 3rd.
No.
And again, just to clarify, when Dick and I talked about the agenda for the paper on April 3rd, we talked on Monday.
Yeah.
He wasn't sure whether you would receive any bids. So I said, put it on the agenda, because then if you do, you
Then you
can
can act
accept
on
them.
Yep.
If you don't, you can't. So the
Correct.
agenda said, opening bids, if any received.
Yep.
Right.
And that's what was noticed to the public.
Yep.
But the controlling document was the bid requirements itself, which said must be in by 4 o'clock.
To the
on
commissioner.
the 3rd, to the commissioners.
Yep.
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 So,
I have no further questions.
okay, nope, not a problem.
Thanks, Val.
You bet. All right.
So our next meeting will be the 18th for the regular meeting at 10 o'clock. And then interviewing the bidding companies on the 18th at 1 in the annex. So with that, we'll adjourn.
Thank you guys for coming up,
Thank you, absolutely.
because this is all French to us.